In the heart of the bustling region of Metro Manila lies a story buried deep into the pebbles that shape our urban landscape. Whether you're aware or not, our land changes every day through the different cycles of events that happen beneath the ground. However, these changes are commonly brought by us humans. We are the cause why our land continues to shift into different forms, positively and negatively. As we embark on an excavation through the heart of Metro Manila, we shall uncover the different events our land does to our lives and their effect on our modern world.
Metro Manila is our country's central capital region, where we experience most of our technological advancements. It's also the city where it houses most of our country's population, businesses, and local and international cultural landmarks. Surrounding our beautiful region houses also the natural systems that help shape our beautiful landscape.
So the sedimentary cycle, also known as the rock cycle, is the reason why rocks are formed, which eventually forms our land. During this cycle, rocks undergo three different forms: the sedimentary, metamorphic, and the igneous forms. This rock journey describes the breaking of sedimentary rocks through physical and chemical weathering. Then, through erosion, or the movement of rocks, these rocks become finer and smaller as they break down from this movement until they stop. And through time, these rocks would be eventually buried and combined with other sediments to form bigger rocks. Temperature and pressure mold them to become metamorphic rocks deep within the Earth's crust until they become igneous rocks as they are spewed out from the vents of volcanoes as cooled down lava. The phosphorus cycle may not be the same as the sedimentary cycle, but it is just as important in the building blocks of the environment.
The phosphorus cycle is the transformation of phosphorus through the environment and is an important element for all living beings. Being stored within the soil and sediment, phosphorus is present in rocks, and the phosphates are broken down from the rocks and are then washed away into the ground, and is then absorbed by the plants, and animals absorb the phosphorus from the plants or by consuming plant-eating animals. And when plants and animals pass away, the phosphorus from their carcasses is absorbed by the sediments and rocks, which starts the cycle all over again.
Metro Manila's urbanization is a wonderful thing to watch, but there's both good and bad effects on our environment. The positive being, urbanization has brought innovations and improved standard of living for everyone. But to create these innovations, it needs a lot of materials from natural resources, which create issues like pollution, deforestation, and the natural landscape of some locations to be altered completely. These issues can completely ruin ecosystems and its biodiversity and natural processes, like the sedimentary and phosphorus cycles.
There are issues present with sedimentary and phosphorus cycles, like with urbanization, deforestation, and industrial activities, which were a stepping stone for innovation for today's world. But these activities led to a negative effect like increased amount of soil erosion, sedimentation, and nutrient runoff, just to name a few. This could affect numerous cities and more importantly, farmlands. It can impede the growing of such crops. This can also affect our environmental prosperity and biodiverse ecosystem.
Urbanization and industrial activities and its growth in recent times has proven to be an improvement, but despite this, it presents issues to the environment. It's important to note that with our recent achievement in advancement and innovations such as urbanization, it's also important to prioritize sustaining our natural resources for the long term.
Urbanization is a trophy of man's ambition and intelligence. In Makati's ever-changing metropolitan, construction is constant and reshapes the very ground beneath our feet, creating the foundation for homes and infrastructures. But as with many endeavors, there's a cost to pay, and in this case, our environment bears the burden. Urbanization with its constant development and expansion takes a toll on the natural world.
With urbanization comes construction, which has been a major factor in the development of Makati. It is critical to comprehend its far reaching consequences on the ecosystem. It significantly affects the sedimentary cycle through its excavation and land disturbance. The removal of soil and rock alters the natural process of erosion and deposition. With that, it would typically contribute to the formation of rocks, which can alter the sedimentary cycle.
The phosphorus cycle is not spared from the impact of construction. The disturbance caused by the construction activities can induce soil erosion, carrying away important nutrients, especially phosphorus. This runoff, packed with excess phosphorus from construction sites, has the potential to enter the bodies of water, which can disrupt the phosphorus cycle. This means that plants that receive phosphorus that were broken down from rocks and chemicals will be inhibited and cut off to serve the plants. That is why it is important to know where one would establish and construct buildings, and the size of which would heavily affect the land where such rock cycles happen.
Plants are one of Earth's greatest treasures. Such flowers paint our world with biodiversity with different types of species that dominate our lands, mountains, and seas. They provide us with abundant resources for our fundamental needs such as food and shelter, and even provide homes for our fauna life. Despite the negative impacts done to the environment, there are ways in which we can help in the battle to counteract these negative impacts in our own little ways.
Planting a garden and gathering with other individuals to create a plant community can contribute to making Metro a more green environment. With gardening comes kitchen activities by composting kitchen waste, such as vegetable scraps. The compost can enrich the soils with nutrients. With the sedimentary cycle clearly already suffering from the construction and deforestation, leading to more erosion and sediment runoff, which can lead to soil degradation. Proper waste disposal is essential to prevent further damage to the sedimentary cycle, and proper disposal methods, such as recycling and reducing unhealthy disposal habits. These can help control the negative impacts of human activities on the sedimentary cycle. Plastics are notorious for their longevity and their damage to the environment by reducing and even recycling our plastic usage. And less plastic can find its way into the environment and further damage to itself.
The rocks, the phosphorus, the trees, the buildings, all of which have a special relationship with one another. No matter how small and seemingly insignificant and indistinguishable they are in our world, they are the underlying reasons why our future is beautiful and bright with our world in it. The very things that we are doing are severely affecting our mother's normal processes in taking care of us, providing us with resources and homes through our trees. Her winds, rain, and plate tectonics are the reasons why our rocks move to deliver the phosphorus needed for her plants, such as the trees mentioned earlier. All of these are hindered because of urbanization. That is why we, this Filipino generation of people, are the new caretakers of Earth. If Earth has taken good care of us by providing us a home, then we should also provide our mother with a home so beautiful. Together, we must stand with Mother Nature against the harmful activities we do. This is Air Novesteras, and thank you for listening.